Well, the music stopped, and I didn't expect it to. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. All right. One sec here. There we go. I had to do some quick changing of the cameras because my Canon camera is just not working whatsoever. Nothing I've done in the past hour I've tried that can get it to work. Not the camera itself, it's the connection to the computer. It worked fine until all of a sudden one day it didn't. Also, Raymond, very interestingly, one of the other meteorologists I follow, we were talking, and he was saying that this year alone, we've had 11 confirmed tornadoes in New Jersey, which is so unusual. Pulling some things up, I had to restart my computer like 3 times, installing and uninstalling stuff. Maybe the camera's just too old. And yes, that is abnormal too. Here. Okay, there we go. Still just gotta post some things. Delvin, hello. How are you? Delvin, how are those sunset times looking? I will also just let everybody know it's not gonna be a long stream tonight. Only about an hour. Just posting some things. Now the music came back. Hang on. That's so weird. Just started. I don't. It wasn't streaming. I think I had that muted, but it just started in the background all of a sudden. Interesting. Yeah, that's one interesting thing, Raymond. Up here, in the Northeast, there's a lot of hills. It's not flat, so it's harder to see tornadoes out in the distance as like a warning sign because the hills can be blocking it. One day, one day, I would like the stream to just work. Everything be ready to go beforehand. But it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen because that's not the way technology works. Come on. Just want to see my own profile. Almost there. Everything's just delayed. That's just the way life is. I think just about ready to go. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay. I think we're good. And Raymond, I have a feeling that is correct. And yes, the sunset is creeping earlier and earlier. Okay, let's begin the show finally, I think. We're going to start talking a little bit about the drink of choice tonight. This is a little dragonberry rum with some Baja Bob strawberry margarita mix. Actually, quite delicious. Still in a tropical mood because if you saw from my previous video, I was at the beach a couple days ago. It would be sugary, except it's sugar free. Yes, it still is a sweeter tropical drink, but it's a sugar free tropical drink. And even without the liquor in it, I think it would still be good just as a strawberry drink. Because my number one favorite tropical drink is a frozen strawberry daiquiri. Especially, I haven't been on a cruise in a very long time, but as soon as you get on a cruise ship, that is the drink of choice, is a frozen strawberry daiquiri. Well, the artificial sweeteners are still healthier for me than having sugar. So, to each his own. Anyway, let's begin the show. We're going to start with a little weather news. I'm sure you've heard of this from today. The NOAA forecasters increased the Atlantic hurricane season prediction to above normal. Above normal. This is also a really cool picture. This was Hurricane Dawn at 6:20 p.m. on July 22nd, 2023. Dawn was the first hurricane of the 2023 season. Fairly healthy. You can see kind of right down to the ocean through the eye there. Well, the graphic I wanted to show here. So this you may have seen on the news. I know because the news, all the news were covering it. I mean, that was funny. But anyway, this is the graphic they put out. So this was increased. So there is a 60% chance of an above normal season. So this is not just our area. This is all of the Atlantic Ocean. All the Atlantic Ocean basin. So that includes Africa, the Caribbean, the eastern seaboard of the US and Canada, all the way up, going through Greenland, Iceland, Europe, all through there. The whole area. Also, my screen's doing something weird with all your emojis for some reason. Grinning, squinting face is what it is reading under the emoji that you typed in for the last one. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, for this, so named storms, 14 to 21 named storms total. Out of those, so named storms, a tropical depression is not going to have a name, it's going to have a number. Tropical storms, from depression to storm, is going to have a name. That's total of tropical storms and hurricanes. Hurricanes themselves are 6 to 11. And out of that, major hurricanes, 2 to 5. That doesn't mean we're going to get 2 to 5 major hurricanes hitting us in the Northeast. It could, but not likely, because when you see the graphic, we're just talking overall. We're not talking about a specific category there. So a 60% chance of an above normal season, 25% chance of near normal, and a 15% chance of below normal. So although it's as dead as a cat with a mouse in its mouth, as you say, that's funny because there's a cat sitting over there. The NOAA and the National Hurricane Center doesn't seem to be thinking it's going to be as dead as that dead mouse in the cat's mouth. Was there things are I can't read what you're saying because emojis are just blocking everything. Was there a derecho something Monday in DC and Baltimore? I don't know. Was there a derecho on Monday? Again, I'm not sure. Also, here are the names for the 2023 Atlantic tropical cyclones. So, for some reason, they put unnamed storm in there. I don't know why they put unnamed in a name list. But we did have an unnamed storm at the very beginning of the year. So, unnamed storm is done. Arlene, Brett, Cindy, and Dawn have all gone through. So, Emily, Franklin, and Gert. Gert, I've never even heard of as a name. But apparently it could be a name. And the most fun one, which I feel like a lot of people would have, is a Tammy. A Hurricane Tammy. Major hurricane. There were two separate ones. Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually didn't really look at the weather on Monday for... I was on vacation. I was at the beach. So I wasn't really looking. Oh, yeah, interesting. Amsterdam temps in the summer range from the mid-50s to the upper 60s Fahrenheit. Much better than the humidity in Boston. Huh. Okay. So that was news story number 1. News story number 2, which I thought was also fascinating because it came up at the bottom down here. NOAA completes upgrade to weather and climate supercomputer system. Look at them thick cables in there. It's actually kind of fascinating. Twin supercomputers, Dogwood, pictured here, and Cactus. NOAA's weather and climate operational supercomputer system just received a 20% upgrade. Located in Manassas, Virginia, and Phoenix, Arizona, respectively. Each supercomputer now operates at a speed of 14.5 petaflops. We're in petaflops now. So basically, it seemed like the processing has increased by 20%. Boston is still overdue for the next direct hit from a hurricane. New York City has already had Sandy. Although Sandy was a decade ago, so I don't know. But yeah, Boston hasn't had one in a very long time. And yeah, Irene was the year before Sandy. I remember Irene because one of the malls by me completely flooded. The underground or covered parking garage was underwater. I see that when I believe it. I think they own the GFS. Yes, they do own the GFS. Let's see if it calls out what models. Upgrades to the U.S. Global Forecast System. There it is. GFS. So that's it. Upgrades to the GFS will make it higher resolution. We've talked about this before. The GFS, I believe, is 100-kilometer resolution versus something like the NAM, which is a 12-kilometer resolution. The model's horizontal resolution will improve to 9 kilometers compared to 13 in the current... Oh, it's 13. Okay. So 9-kilometer resolution. Okay. This upgrade will help smaller scale features be seen and simulated, improving model accuracy and overall model performance. So that's the GFS. And also this one is U.S. government operated too, is the high resolution rapid refresh forecast system, which will allow for larger ensembles with more data included, providing a measure of certainty in a particular forecast that can lead to better decision making for me. All right, upgrades to the global ensemble forecast, which you may see as the spaghetti plots. I see it when I believe it, says Raymond. That model in the CMC always spins storms and spin up. What you said? Spin up. Yep. Storms and snowstorms. There is a giant heart on top of the bottom right of my screen, so it's covering up everything that's on the right side of the text. And it doesn't let, because it's all web based. Can't readjust anything. Anyway. Okay, so that's the upgrades to the ensembles. Expansion in compute power and storage, which will provide operational capacity to implement research and development advancements made through NOAA's Earth Prediction Innovation Center. Yeah, it must be something new with YouTube on the web and the Android app. There's the emoji ready to go button. The big button, yes, the big button. It is blocking some of the text on the comments, so I can't read them. Okay. With this upgrade, the twin supercomputers located in Manassas, Virginia, and Phoenix, Arizona now operate at the 14.5 petaflops each. And together, the forecast system can process 29 quadrillion calculations per second. And here we got a quote from the director of NOAA's National Weather Service. The increased supercomputing power allows for upgrades to specific modeling systems that will help weather forecasters deliver more accurate weather forecasts, watches, and warnings, and improve certainty in a forecast. Cool. I just thought that was pretty neat to talk about, especially with these two pictures here. This is a room I'd be fascinated to see. Because these supercomputers, supercomputers don't need to look fancy, but these do look fancy. And it looks like they have overhead plugs ready for more expansion of these bays. And then I guess this is the back side of it. If these are power cords, these are some thick power cords. This looks as thick as the power cord I used to charge the Tesla. Thick. Ah, I see. I didn't know the Euro had an upgrade. Do you know when that upgrade happened, Delvin? Late June 2023. Okay, cool. That's good to see the supercomputers upgraded. Alright, so those are the two news pieces. Now, hi. Oh, okay. Meg is just standing here, watching. You don't have much faith in the GFS or the CMC. Well, the CMC is not in here. The CMC is Canadian. Those Canadians, you gotta watch out for them. All those Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Goslings, all the Ryans from Canada. You just gotta watch out for them. Not a Ryan. Beaver. Beavers are from Canada. A beaver dam in Canada. Oh, it's part of the Big Four. Yes, it is part of the Big Four. So if the euro was recently upgraded, and now the American ones, the GFS, the HRRR, the NAM, if all of these have now been upgraded, and then we also have, the Euro we talked about, the UKMET, the Icon, and the JMA. No idea when those were upgraded or if there's anything that is going to, any planned upgrades for them. Well, you may not have much faith, but let's give it a full hurricane season here and see what happens. Usually, and also I learned this from college, that the Euro seems to handle hurricanes way better than any of the American, European, or Japanese models. If the hurricane or the tropical system originates in the tropics, so when you have the impulse coming off the west coast of Africa, coming through the Atlantic and going through the Caribbean, if it stays within the tropics, which the tropics are 20 degrees south to 20 degrees north, so you have a 40-degree latitude strip around the equator. If the tropical system originates from there, the Euro tends to be pretty accurate, which I believe is what happened with Hurricane Sandy. Give it all winter. Okay, yeah, so let's give it a full hurricane season, which will then take us into a full winter. Yes, the GFS did love to print out nor'easters that never happened. 384 hours out, I think, was what it went to. All right, so a recap of today before we get to this. Let's just take a look at some live radar here. So this was some pretty active storm, a pretty active storm that we saw in Central and South Jersey today, which was much like it was on Monday when I was at the beach. And there was, if we take a look at Tom's River, that little pink dot right there, shear tracks, that's where there was a tornado. It wasn't a confirmed tornado, but it definitely looked like one. And let's rewind the radar a little bit and take a look. I feel like that's my catchphrase. Let's rewind the radar a little bit. I think that was 320. Let's go frame by frame here. You kind of see it. So this is over Glassboro. It looks like it's starting to strengthen. New tornado warning in the... Where? There's nothing out there right now. I'm pretty sure this would still show all the warnings, even if I don't have the radar selected. Nothing out there right now. Oh, right, because this is at 320. It's not live. Yeah. Let's just take a quick peek at this. Advance through this. You can tell it really wants to spin up with that little bit of an arc. I need to advance a little bit more. Okay. Oh, there it was. Right there. Zoom in a little bit more. It's this system right there. It was not the one I was thinking. I thought it was this one. No, this one, the actual tornadic one, it just formed. It's a mass right there. It doesn't have any formation yet. And then all of a sudden you get that hook. Right there. Oh, don't play. Right in there. There's the hook. Right in the middle of the shear track. That is your classic hook echo. And that's where it looked like a tornado did form. It almost looked like another one. It was going to spin up another little bit there, but then it just kind of peters out. But that was the storm that produced the tornado. That little bit of a hook right there. Radar scopes lagging behind the warnings. Okay. Also, I don't know because I wasn't in live mode. I was in archived mode. Let's just switch this to some velocities. And you can see it. So you have a patch of red, a little bit of green in there. So we have that shear, and that is going to be directional shear versus speed shear. Now, directional shear is the more aggressive of the two shear types. So there was shear in there, and there was a hook. Let's just see the Echo tops. Actually wasn't that tall of clouds. Usually you see tornadoes coming in at like 40,000 feet or higher. But no, this was in the light blue to dark blue. So that was in the 5 to 15,000 foot range. Very interesting. All right, so let's switch this back to not precipitation, reflectivity, and let's go live. So when we look at live right now, we can see most of that stormy activity has made its way out. Still, South Jersey has some storms. So it looks really kind of like Tom's River on south. Cape May County specifically, not Cape May doesn't really have anything right there. And you said there was a tornado warning. Yes, there they are. So it does actually pull them in when I'm in live mode. So here are a couple of tornado warnings. This one is actually really interesting because it's very close to the radar station. That means it's going to be the highest resolution you're really going to see. Let's see here. Is it part of that? Oh, that was very interesting movement. Can I have a bow? So that almost could be a derecho. And then it kind of bounces in and out. That's fascinating. It looked like is the tornado warning about to expire? Because if it is, that would make sense. It expires in 26 minutes. And yes, 53 people dead so far in Hawaii. That's that tornado warning. And let's check out this tornado warning. Maybe a radar a little closer. Not really. That might still be the closest. Maybe this one's a little closer. That's kind of a little hook there. Just because it's far enough away from the radar station that it's not as clear. 3 active tornado warnings yet now. So there's 1. There's 2. Where we see them? Just want to see tornado. This shows 2 now. Maybe it did. One just dropped. So that's 2 tornado warnings. So it was those 2, and that looks like a tornado watch up in Canada. That's frightening. Come on, right on there. Nope, not giving me any of that. Very interesting. Just take a peek at some precipitation depiction. Yeah, they got some pretty active storms up in Canada there. All right, back home our way. That's what's going on right now. It was very interesting to see that tornado warning. Again, this is where definitely take a look, and I feel like a lot of researchers need to take a look at this too, is Jersey could be a new tornado alley. I mean, it is the stinky armpit state of the nation, so. Jersey in it. No, my stream. Meg is from Jersey, and she always has an instinctive, hey, when I talk about, I mean, look at it. It's literally the shape of an armpit. And the smell of certain areas as you're going down the Garden State is just horrendous. It is a smelly state. It is the armpit state of the nation. Yeah, right there. There's the armpit. No, it is an armpit. Beautiful armpit. Meg's beautiful armpit. Anyway. So that was what was happening right now. Now let's just take a look. We're going to take a brief look kind of through the weekend. So what to expect for Friday, which is total opposite of today. Beautiful weather. Morning lows, mainly in the low to upper 60s. Mostly sunny skies. Afternoon highs in the low to mid 80s. No precipitation. Lower humidity. It's a little breezy. We saw that a little bit, but less humid condition. West northwest 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Okay. So, a little breezy tomorrow. Not too bad though, because it's gonna be sunny. Highs in the low to mid 80s. Beautiful conditions. A weak high pressure will build in for Friday, leading to sunny and less humid conditions with the help of west northwest wind flow. High temperatures will mainly be in the low to mid 80s. Beautiful. Storm Prediction Center. So this I pulled up for the day 2, which is tomorrow. And this is showing just no chance of anything for the Northeast, pretty much, or specifically the tri-state region, but most of the Northeast there. So very fascinating that we're going to have this, or all week we've really had bad day, good day, bad day, good day. Like, Monday was a bad day, Tuesday was a good day. No, opposite. Monday was a good day, Tuesday was a bad day, Wednesday was a good day, Thursday was a bad day, Friday's gonna be a good day. And the other thing that I thought was fascinating, just to mention very briefly, was the drought monitor. Because with quite a lot of rain we've had recently, like the middle of the country is just severe, whatever the highest of this drought monitor goes to. What's the legend? Give me the legend. Exceptional drought. Exceptional drought in the middle of the country. But moving a little bit closer our way, most areas are just abnormally dry, so no drought, except specifically right here, Nassau County. I don't think that's going into New York City, but definitely Nassau County is in the D1, which is the first level of drought. Moderate drought. Well, actually, Delvin, are you talking about tomorrow? Oh, I see what you're saying. So tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be a very sunny day. And with the rain-cooled air that we experienced today, that's where it may not get into those upper 80s to near 90. Another dust bowl in the Plain States. It's, I would say, not out of the realm of possibility right now. And also, right now, taking a look at the Atlantic Basin, no tropical cyclone activity. Until maybe September. We shall see. We already looked at the radar. This is just the National Mosaic. Taking a quick peek at the satellite, we can see the sun setting very quickly through there. See those storms popping up. Let's switch to some... See, it's as dead as a as a mouse in a cat's mouth. Yes, that is true. So let's zoom in a little more and switch to some nighttime microphysics. There goes the clouds. I don't know exactly how this one works, but I remember learning about it the last weather conference I went to, which was basically, it is, the way they described it was, this is visible satellite at night. It's not infrared, it's visible satellite. Oh, Delvin, I didn't know that the Canadian wildfire smoke went all the way across the Atlantic into Europe. Yeah, that was still some interesting day where everything just went orange. All right, so let's take a quick peek at some GFS. So going into tomorrow, this is where isobars are still tightly packed, so a little high pressure gradient. So that's where it's going to be breezy, but pretty nice until we get to the overnight hours. This is showing. Now we know how California felt, yes. So this is really showing the not afternoon, really the evening hours on Saturday for any kind of rain overnight Saturday into Sunday. And then Sunday looks rainy. And then another system is going to come in through the first part of the week. So it looks like this is showing Friday fine, Saturday during the day fine, but then overnight rainy, and then Sunday fine. Let's see the Euro here. So Friday fine. This is showing really the evening, I would say. I would call that more of the evening. Because the little spots may not validate, but definitely those. So I would say by 8 p.m. on Saturday, or between 6 and 8 p.m. on Saturday, some rain starting. And then for your day on Sunday, maybe a spot shower lingering, especially if you're east, like in Boston. But then, as you get through most of the day, it looks pretty fine till the overnight. The overnight looks fine too into Monday. And then there's the next storm system coming in for Tuesday. Icon. So there goes the rain from today. Friday looks good and breezy with the higher pressure gradient there. Saturday. So this is showing a little bit more in the early afternoon. Some showers. And it lingers in different areas here and there. All overnight Saturday. And starts clearing out Sunday. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon. So this one is showing the heavy rain core off or out to sea already. So it's starting to clear up for the Boston area. And then overnight or later in the day Sunday into the overnight Sunday and Monday. Pretty clear. And then our next system comes in Monday night into Tuesday here. And this is actually a little bit stronger, it looks like. Yeah, it's very interesting. All depends on what part of the world, Delvin. So 70s in Amsterdam is hot, but 77 in Boston is cool. All right, taking a look at the NAM here. So there's our system from today making its way out. So then Friday looks good with the higher pressure gradient. Saturday, to start out the day, looks pretty good. This doesn't have anything come in until the evening. So this is 3Z specifically. So I would say by 7 or 8 o'clock, we could start seeing some showers starting to come into the tri-state region. And then by 2 a.m., it looks like, or between midnight and 2 a.m., for Boston potentially, in those overnight hours. It lingers through the first part of your day on Sunday, clears out for Sunday afternoon. Overnight Sunday into Monday looks good, and Monday doesn't go through anything on Monday because that's as far as that forecast model goes out. All right, so we'll take a look at some temperatures real quick. So Friday, this is showing the upper 70s to the mid 80s. And for Boston, the GFS, the 2-meter temperatures are showing the low 80s there, Delvin. For Saturday, the overnight lows on Friday get down into the upper 50s to low 60s for the mid-Hudson Valley there. It's starting to get close. The 50s. And then it still stays warm. The urban heat island effect kind of right around New York City there. You can kind of see right around the cities, multiple cities that looks like in Massachusetts. You kind of identify them just based on the temperatures. And then Saturday, definitely looks like it's warmer. Mid to upper 80s in a lot of spots. Sunday, I think that says 90. Just south of New York City. How are the dew points next 7 days? We'll get to that in the next tab over. Monday's highs. It looks like the rain is going to come in just in time to keep everything cool with the clouds. So Monday's high temperatures are really in the low to mid 70s. And then for Tuesday, just getting up into the low 80s there. And now, with the dew points, like you were asking. So we're going to see the dew points for the next week. So we're going to go to the extended here. So we got for Friday, dew point in the upper 60s to start out the day. And then we're going to start drying out a little bit into the low 60s. This is probably the overnight where we saw the rain. So dew points in the low 70s with a temperature in the low to mid 70s. So pretty humid out. For Sunday, it starts out in the low 70s, drops to the mid 60s. Again, specifically, this is Islip. This would be one of the more moist areas. So I would say it's still not dry, but some of the times it could be comfortable in the low 60s. The next one here, this is Newark. So actually there, we're getting some of the mid 50s for the dew points. 60 for dew point. 62 for dew point. 63 for dew point. So it's going to dry out fairly nicely by the end of the week, it looks like. Let's see here. So this is White Plains. A little bit drier than the others. And by the end of the week, yeah, it dries out pretty nicely. Upper 50s to low 60s for the dew point. Albany. Let's see. Driest of all because it's the most north and the most inland. Up mid 50s to low 60s. So pretty comfortable there. Boston. Here we go. Ooh, too far. So low 60s, mid 50s. Not too bad either. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that makes sense though with I think with the way the subtropical high is. Yeah, if the dew points stay below 62, that would be pretty comfortable. All right. I'm going to switch over to a little bit of Minecraft gaming. Let's reroute our audio. Oh, I didn't open that just yet. Hang on. Loading up some Minecraft Java Edition. Oh, that's pretty good. Good to know. Mojang Studios. All right. Let's reroute our audio into Java. There we go. I'll hear it. Oh, yes, I forgot the computer has game mode now. Once it detected the game, it launched. So the music is going to be a little bit low, I think, to start. And we shall see how it goes. Once we join on into where we were. Let's see which one I did. Games and Storms. Giving me a little bit of the encoder overloaded. Oh, we're making some copper. Oh, wow, I have a lot of copper. I have even more of it. Let's see. Don't remember if this was down into a mine. Yes, this was into a mine. I feel like I want to close this off and put some sort of door. Oh, I see the little bit of choppiness on the stream, it looks like. Get back up here. So encoder overloaded, you say, huh? I don't think it lets me midstream. It says turn down the settings, but I can't turn down the settings while I'm streaming. Okay. Interesting. Good to know, Delvin. Thank you. Also just watching. Like sometimes it's fine and sometimes it's overloaded. I have a lot of copper. Why do I have so much copper? I do have to find some more coal. And I need to have some cooked salmon. Oh, this is weird. It really must be overloaded. My keyboard inputs are delayed sometimes. Oh, it definitely looks a little choppy on the playback on the stream. Until I stand still. Let me check one thing here. So in the computer, I'm not really using a lot of memory at the moment. I'm using about 33 gigs of RAM, but it's the GPU. The M1 Max, it looks like. GPU is maxed out. Oh, I maxed out this computer. All right. I don't think it changed any of the settings for streaming. I think the software has just become more resource hungry. Oh, there it is. So in OBS, you have a CPU usage preset. Higher equals less CPU. So I switched it from faster to very fast. And I think very fast was the default. Let's see. This definitely feels better. No keyboard lag anymore. Here's the beginning of my little port here. Gotta turn that back on. I did still get the encoder overloaded for a little bit. I'm gonna watch this through the YouTube playback and just see how it is. 'Cause it feels better. New recipe unlocked for a boat. Doesn't look it. Oh, it's still choppy. Maybe not as bad as it was before, but still a little choppy. Let's see. Let's try that. This may severely impact performance. Portable devices. Okay. What's fancy? Okay. So I switch this to fancy. Oh, there's a tornado outbreak going on at night. That is never good because those nighttime tornadoes, no good. It doesn't seem like the oh, this is not good. Doesn't seem like turning down the graphics changed actually made things a little worse. Underwater was bad. Nope, it is still an issue. Just put it back to the way it was. What? Oh, I lost something, I guess. Fast and fancy. Oh, chunk builder. I never really looked into this. Surprised it doesn't flood in Minecraft. Yeah, so I lost one thing in here. Let's just try semi-blocking. No, I think there's something weird going on with the computer. Oh, interesting. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try something else. Okay. Switch this back. Let's see how it goes now. The other thing, Delvin, that might not be helping is I am running a beta software on the computer. Maybe that's giving me my camera issues. I think I was having that before. How's the salmon supply? Got a lot of stone. Well, let's go see if I can catch some salmon. Sword fishing. I'll tell you, it feels a lot better on the computer. There's no keyboard lag in the current settings I have. Lots of salmon. Oh, there's some sugar cane over there. They'll chop this down and have some more grow. There's a sugar cane, and the last one. 1, 2. Oh no, did I get turned around? Oh, I didn't go far. Oh, there it is. Turned around for a second. Back inside before anything shows up. And close it off. Now we're safe from anything but some arrows from a skeleton. I don't think a Enderman can actually get in here either. I feel like down here I want some sort of door. Okay, this is end. A lot of, oh, that's gravel. Cobbles. Tough. I don't know what tough. I've never heard of tough. Cobblestone, deep slate. I just want some plain cobblestone, please. Got enough to get down. Yeah. This could be a door right there. And we'll get some dirt in there. Have any dirt? I don't have any dirt. Raymond, which tornado are you looking at? And you have to run to the bathroom real quick here. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm almost back, just switching some audio inputs. Alright, we are back here. And now back to game. Usually what I like to do when I build is create some sort of skylight out of sand. So that might be one of the next things. Well, I ran out of coal. I have any more charcoal. Leave that in there for now. We'll add that in. Wow, I had a lot of copper. Iron, flint, arrows, no coal. See what happens when you dig a little this way. Get flooded or not. Man. Oh, there's the flooding. Oh, this is going down quite a ways. How far down does this go now? Is this gonna keep going all the way down? Completely flooded. We're going down. I feel like at one point this stopped. In an older version of the game. It would only go down so far, because this looks like it's just going. And it took out some torches. That was this far down. as it went. That wasn't me. It actually got stuck. At least it made riding up a little easier on some of these turns. This feels like it got slower. Wonder why it just did that. If there was anything different I had in here. Would this keep going indefinitely? Also kind of funny when you're in the water, the blocks invert. See the water blocks in this way. Now there's no water blocks, and it looks like water blocks are around me. So let's plug the hole. Oh, there's a creeper. And it actually muffled it. Now we should see the water slowly go down. I guess for Minecraft, I could say this is a more realistic looking thing. Yeah, Andrew caused the flash flooding. Yes, I did. And you said there was no flooding in Minecraft. Yeah, it looks like this is just gonna cascade down the whole way. And there it goes. I know you meant that. I was just trying to be funny. Alright, back on up. And we're gonna get back up to the living quarters spot. Cute. Surprise creepers around. Oh, must clog that hole. And nothing. That was a dead end. Okay. Eventually I'll build an actual door. Do I have enough to build a door now? What do I need? I think I just need more planks. Oak door. Cool. Maybe I will have a door after all. Aha, I have my door. And then eventually some glass windows. Make sure that nothing will come in. Hey, look. Grass is growing. Let's say sugar cane is growing. Oh, grew right in front of me. And this, or hey, gonna be growing some sugar cane. We have a good amount of fish for now, so we'll leave them so that they can spawn. In, back indoors. Gonna call it quits there. That will be just about it for the stream. All right, well, it was good to be back in a stream. So, quite an interesting weather week we had with alternating days. And then tomorrow's gonna be a nice day. Looks like some rain maybe Saturday night. And then lingering through Sunday morning, but Saturday during the day still looks good. And then our next system looks like it could be Monday night through Tuesday. And a couple of extra things with the National Hurricane Center. So it is interesting to see their upped forecast from, I think it was a 44% chance of an active season to a 60% chance of an active season. But Raymond, like you said, it could be as dead as a mouse in a cat's mouth. There is a war with San Francisco with robot cars. That I did not see because I have a robot car. I will take a look at that. And Raymond, Delvin, it was a pleasure as always. And if anybody is new watching the stream, I do gaming streams like this, mixed with a little bit of weather forecasting and weather news. Electrified Weatherman is the name of the channel because I do have a whole journey of electric vehicles with a Tesla Model 3 and the Harley Davidson Livewire. I know I've been delayed for like 6 months now on getting my part 2 review of the Harley Davidson Livewire out. That should be coming out next week. All right, and I think that is about it. Again, Raymond, Delvin, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you for joining. And if you are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button below and the little bell icon right next to that so you get notified when I upload videos like this, or I go live like this, or I upload videos a couple times throughout the week. And I know I've been doing a lot more shorts, which are both more convenient to do, and also it gets me the most views because it looks like the shorts are what YouTube is pushing right now. So you'll probably see a lot more short style videos than my normal 5 to 10 minute weather videos. But I definitely won't be going away from that. All right, have a great rest of your night. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the nice weather tomorrow with a little bit of breeze until we have our next little on again, off again rainmakers come through. And have a great rest of your evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.